Chris here, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my TBR for the Roll-the-Rainbow Readathon. This readathon is hosted by Christy from Christy Reads. I'll link her channel and her announcement video in the description below, and it is based on her TBR game, which if you haven't checked out, you should. It's pretty cool and unique and quite different to other TBR games I've seen. So basically, I don't remember the name of the board game, but it is based on a board game with a bunch of different colors on it, and she rolls a die, and whatever colors she lands on creates a 9x9 square of colors, and those colors need to be on the cover of the book that matches the prompt she pulls. She will explain it much better than I will, so again, check out her announcement video if you want more information, or any of her TBR videos if you want more info on how her game is played. This readathon runs from the 12th through the 18th. She did 7 rolls, and I'm going to try to complete all of them. First up, she got these colors, and we had to do a seasonal read. So for this, I'm going to read Abhorsen. I think this matches the colors pretty well. And the reason I'm going to say that this is a seasonal read is because it involves like zombies or necromancy and like coming back from the dead, which feels very on par with a kind of spooky read. And I don't tend to read things that are super scary. So yeah, not to mention the cover and the color very much gives me seasonal vibes. So this is my choice for seasonal with these colors on the cover. Next, we got these colors, blue, and I'm going to read the Adventurers Guild because the prompt was your choice. Which means I could choose anything as long as the cover had blue on it. This cover has blue on it, and I don't know much about this. It is the first in a series. And it says, few ever asked to join the Adventurers Guild. 3 members often died young. So it sounds like it's going to be a middle grade adventure of some kind, maybe with some fantastical elements. And I have been meaning to get to this series for a while, and this seems like a brilliant time to pick it up. And I think it fits the prompt pretty well. Then for these colors, we got BIPOC rep, and I'm going to read Transformed: The Perils of the Frog Prince by Megan Morrison. This is the 3rd book in the Time series. I think the colors match up pretty well, and our main character is a person of color. This, I believe, is a spin on the movie The Princess and the Frog, or the classic tale, The Princess and the Frog. And the first book in the series was a Rapunzel retelling. The second was a, I think, Cinderella retelling. So I'm going to assume this is a Princess and the Frog retelling, and I'm very curious to see how this one plays out. I don't know The Princess and the Frog as well as I knew Rapunzel and Cinderella, but either way, I think it fits the prompt pretty well, and I'm curious to see how this tale plays out and what the story is and why we have a frog prince and how I'm assuming the frog becomes a prince again and why the prince became a frog in the first place. So excited to continue on with the series and have it fit this readathon as well. Next, we got the prompt for like an easy, cozy reading evening with these colors on the cover. And I'm going to go with Aunt Dimity Digs In by Nancy Atherton. It's a pink color, and it's really the only book I had that had any sort of pink on it. And I think that Reginald the Bunny definitely captures that pink vibe. This is the 4th book in the Aunt Dimity series. And in this series, we're following Lori, who in the first book finds out that a character from one of the stories her mom used to tell her, Aunt Dimity, is a real person and has left her an inheritance, and she kind of has to figure out why, and a lot of mystery going into that. I am doing a reread of the series, and I am finally to book 4. I had planned to be farther in the series at this point, but it seemed like a good time to continue on with this series, and again, I really struggled with the color pink. I don't have a lot of pink books, apparently. The next prompt is a freebie prompt, but we need to pick a book with any of these 4 colors on the cover, and for this, I'm going to go with By Book or By Crook by Eva Gates. This, I believe, is a cozy mystery, but I know nothing else about it because it is one of my summer covers. If you're new to my channel, each season I pick 5 books on my TBR whose covers give me the vibe of the season I'm in, and then I go into them blind to see if they are actually set in that season, so I don't actually know anything about it. But I think the colors match up pretty well. I really like cozy mysteries, and I needed to get to my summer covers anyways because we're this close to fall, and I haven't read as many of them as I had hoped to. So this was a no-brainer, and hopefully I will love it. Next up, we got another random color where we had to match one of these 4 colors, and I picked Lady Takes the Case by Eliza Casey. I think this matches up pretty well to the colors. This is a 5-star prediction, and we're following Lady Cecilia Bates, an intuitive cat, Jack, who raced to unmask a murderer when a scandal more poisonous than poor etiquette strikes Danby Hall, a dinner party turned deadly. This is a, I believe, cozy mystery set in England in 1912. It's got a cat. I love cozy mysteries that have cats. I found I really love cozy mysteries that are set in a historical time period, so I'm hoping that this gets the 5 stars, hence why it's a 5-star prediction, and it's the first in a new series, so I'm hoping I love it so I can continue on with the series. And then the last color is red, but the prompt was black or white. So what Christy said that we could do is we could either read a book with a red cover, a book with a black cover, a book with a white cover, or any combination of the 3. And I've chosen to read Blood of Wonderland by Colleen Oakes. Queen of Hearts, the first book in this series, was actually the first book that popped into my head. And it took me forever to realize that maybe the second book had a similar color scheme. And it did. So I think this fits the prompt pretty well. This is set in Wonderland, and we're following the Queen of Hearts long before she became the Queen of Hearts. I really enjoy book 1 a lot more than I thought I was going to, and I am excited to be able to continue on with the series, especially considering I think this cover really fits the prompt particularly well, given that I managed to check off red, white, and black. So this, along with Blood of Wonderland, is my TBR for Roll the Rainbow Readathon. I'm very excited to be taking part, and I would love to know if you're taking part as well and what you chose for the prompts, as I definitely struggled with some of them trying to figure out what I was going to do because the colors really tripped me up. So I'd love to know what you all chose if you decided to take part. All of my social media is linked in the description below if you'd like to come chat with me. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me rainbow emojis. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!